Okay. I would request you to start the presentation again.
Okay.
Would you
From the
mind doing that?
start?
Yeah.
From the start? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So Elon Musk is the biography of Elon Musk, written by Walter Isaacson. Walter Isaacson is the author known for very biographies written based on Steve Jobs biography, Albert Einstein, Henry Kissinger, the foreign minister of United States of America under the leadership of Richard Nixon, President of America. So like that, he's written very famous biographies. Yeah. And Elon Musk is the founder of Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter, and he acquired Twitter in 2022. And Elon Musk has been born and brought up in Pretoria, which is a town in South Africa. And in during childhood, he has very turbulent relationship with his parents, particularly with his father. He's a very a dominant kind of personality his father has. So and because of his turbulence in their relationship, his mother and father got divorced at the age of 10 years of Elon Musk. So and that and Elon Musk, at the age of 12 itself, he learned various things. Musk had taught himself programming based on just a manual, and he created a video game called Blaster, and he sold that video game for $500 at the age of 12 itself. So that's how he became entrepreneur at the age of 12 itself. So meanwhile, he has a very voracious reading habit. He has, so he immersed himself in reading various encyclopedias, books, and he got the knowledge across various disciplines, from rocket science to business strategy, developing the foundation for his future ventures. Even as a teenager, he had the thoughts like, we have to use sustainable energy, like, solar kind of thing. Can you please move to next page, Rajeshwarji? Yeah, this is the page. Yeah. And at age 17, he immigrated to Canada along with his mother's citizenship to avoid, South African military service, which he has to join. So there in Canada, he joined in Queen's University. There he met his first wife, Justin Wilson, and he then transferred to University of Pennsylvania. There he earned his degrees in physical and economics. There after that, he joined in Stanford University to pursue his PhD. But after that, he got an ideas to develop to make it because of his business plans. He stopped his PhD and started invested himself along with his brother in a company called Zip2 in 1995. Zip2 is a online city guide, which will help for newspapers and all to locate the various locations. And they sold that company Zip2 to Compaq company for $307 million in 1999. In that, Musk got share $22 million. In that $22 million, so he invested $12 million, almost 50% of that revenue he got invested in X.com company, which is called as online banking, which is very rare at that point of time in 1999. And he developed that X.com, an online banking, and he merged into PayPal. So after some clashes with the board of directors and all, that board of directors, they sold that PayPal to eBay for $1.5 billion. So in that, Musk got share $250 million, so which he used. Among the $250 million, he used $100 million to and then found the SpaceX company. Again, 50% of what he got among $250 million. He Can you please move to the next page, Rajeshwari? Yeah. So $100 million if he invested in for SpaceX company. So um, which is main goal was to found the SpaceX company. So his main goal was to colonize Mars, to spread humanity, or to make our Earth, or to make our humanity multiplanetary, so that our human beings can shift to Mars in future, and we can easily space travel to other planets also. So like that, he he launched the rocket called Falcon 1, the first rocket. So he almost, which nearly bankrupted the company. And the Falcon 2 also he launched, Falcon 3 also he launched. Three rockets continuously failed because of various reasons. And finally, after 2008, after 2008 crisis, so with his co-founder of PayPal, Peter Thiel, he invested, he supported financially because of his friend. So he launched the fourth rocket called Falcon 1 fourth rocket. It was successfully reached orbit. And at that time, SpaceX is the first private company to send the rocket into the orbit. And before this fourth launch, SpaceX almost went into bankruptcy. But with this success, NASA awarded SpaceX a 1.6 billion contract for cargo delivery to the International Space Station. Again, this has provided a financial runway to pursue even more big goals, and he wanted to reuse the rocket. Before this, the rockets once used, that is use and throw. But he found he has the goal of, we can reuse the rockets. Yeah. Next, he thought to find out, to avoid the pollution, to avoid the pollution in, um, pollution in our earth, in our environment. So he wanted to, invent. He wanted to bring the electric motor vehicles, electric motor cars in the market. So already Tesla Motors, one company was there. He invested $6.5 million in Tesla Motors, and he became the chairman and the largest shareholder in the Tesla. So though not a founder, he shaped the company's direction since day one, and he tried to, bring out the luxury sports car at that time. So because of the various things, he tried to think various experiments. He almost company went bankruptcy multiple times. So his car, Roadster, called a Roadster, it is also failed. He promised, in some BB's interview, he promised, with one time if he charge 340 kilometers, if it will go without recharge. But after 80 kilometers itself, it has been stopped, and Tesla became a laughing stock, or some kind of um, for laughing in the market. But he didn't stop there. Again in 2012, he came with the Model S. He launched the Model S vehicle. So this time with perfectly everything, and this car became Motor Trend's car of the year, and proved that electric vehicles also could be desirable. Which is also can be high performance vehicle, like other diesel and petrol vehicles. And Tesla went from laughing stock to industry leader, forcing traditional automakers to respond with awe to this Tesla company. And in 2017, so within a 1 week, he manufactured 5,000 cars within a week. No, his company, this many feats he has achieved in Tesla. Move to the next place. Yeah. Other bold ventures he has Solar City. Along with his cousins, he formed the company called Solar City. Solar City, yeah, in 2006. So, which has a vision of solar power without using any electricity power, so that we can generate the power purely based on based on solar. So completely, which is a completely sustainable energy ecosystem. But it has according to the expectations, it isn't generated as much profits. So in 2016 he merged Solar City in the Tesla, so that Tesla need a, power to generate to go perform the various works. So he merged the Solar City in Tesla, which is again board of directors, which they are not supported. So they find lawsuits on Elon Musk, again successfully come out of that, all those lawsuits. And again, boring company. So to tackle the urban traffic in the New York City kind of city, so he planned underground tunnel work. So 1.7 mile tunnel, he constructed, and from the airport to SpaceX company, he used to come in that underground tunnel. So he thought to he formed the Hyperloop company also, but which didn't successful. But boring company was still today company is there. And coming to Neuralink, Neuralink is a to computer which interfaces with our human brain. So by using computer, even paralysis candidate also can operate it based on the computer itself, like based on the mind. Our mind is integrated with the computer without any movement. Even a paralysis candidate also can can uh, can do the movements and all using the equipment. So Neuralink is going through various latest developments. So in this company also, this is also a separate company founded by Elon Musk. Can you please move to the next? Yeah. So he's always his method is, so questioning while developing or any product, any kind of product in any kind of company, is always question every requirement. It doesn't bother whoever expert found those found these requirements. He only believed in physics, laws of physics. If that requirement is the following the laws of physics, then he will approve that. If any human being followed prepared that requirements, any kind of professor or expert, he asked his employees to question every requirement. If anything small thing is also not necessary, streamline that, remove that from the requirements. So simple and simple, everything has to be simple. Whatever the necessity, only that thing has to be fixed in the product. He followed this concept from Tesla car to even engine of the rocket, all other tools of used in rocket. And while working in Tesla and SpaceX, 24/7 round the clock he used to work, and he pushed his employees also to work like that. So he many times during crisis, during targets to achieve, he used to sleep on his floor itself, in desk floor itself, and then he used to complete the work. And he is known for controversy, because he on this spot he will fire the from executives to the low level staff. So can you please move on to the next place? Yeah. In 2022, so he purchased Twitter for $44 billion. Actually, at that time, it is a very huge amount. But at that time, he want free speech. So because at that time, Twitter banned the accounts of various controversial figures like Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, but like that. Whoever tried to try to express their free speech, so they all will be banned in the Twitter. So he wanted to, remove all these things. He wanted to, promote the free speech. He wanted to allow the free speech in the very big platform called Twitter. So that's how he purchased the Twitter. So and then after purchasing the Twitter, first thing he has done is fired the CEO itself. CEO Parag Agarwal itself, he fired the top executive, CEO, and other officer and other executives. So he done lot of changes in Twitter, completely almost everything. Even icon of the Twitter also, the Twitter bird also he changed it to X. So that's how these so many changes he had done in Twitter. He rebranded to X and reinstated many banned accounts like Donald Trump, Andrew Tate. So he lifted the ban on all those people. Can you please move on to the next page? Yeah. So along with his brilliance, so he want his product should be cost effective. As I told earlier, so anything, any products or any parts which is not necessary in equipment, he removes that components which are not necessary. He will always be ready to take the risk. Even before launching rocket also, he had done many experiments. So that's how he successfully, with a very cheap cost, he manufactured the rockets, so that now it is a very successfully commercial rocket company today. SpaceX is the one. And he revolutionized multiple industries, advanced human space flight, accelerated sustainable energy like in the form of solar city and all, pushed technological boundaries. And in December 2015, he launched a Falcon 9 rocket, which is initially failed in November 2015. But in December 2015, relaunched that Falcon 9 and it came back to Earth and launched on Pad 39A flawlessly. You know, rocket came back to the launched on Pad flawlessly without any failure. I think this is the first time came back. And in May 2020, SpaceX launched again Falcon 9, carried two astronauts to International Space Station. This is the first time a private company carried the astronauts to International Space Station. Before this, last manned moon mission was in 1969 from Pad 39A. After 1969, so no man has been sent to the moon. So Musk has achieved that by doing this. And Bill Gates has been, what he has been said about Elon is, you can criticize whatever you want about Elon's behavior, but there is no one in our time who has done more to push the bounds of science and innovation than he has. Really, it is very true. So although his behavior is very complex behavior, his volatile decisions he will take, many people, and his employees has been suffered. But he is far beyond. He has taken, science. He has advanced technology. He has utilized, like no other person has been taken the technology this much forward. Particularly space technology, rocket science and electric vehicles and sustainable energy. Can you please move on to the next page? Yeah, the man who dares to change the world. So Elon Musk embodies modern innovation so relentlessly. It is always controversial. Is always ready to change something. So taking risk at any point of time. Yeah, the future of humanity depends on people who dare to dream, if possibly big, even if they break the rules along the way. And I would like to read some quotes by Elon Musk. So, if conventional thinking makes your mission impossible, then unconventional thinking is necessary. So he's always ready to take the risks. So which is against the standards established in the present, he always will be there. And many successful people in our time have taken risk at some point of time. But Elon Musk is the person, is complete all his companies so emerged based on the foundation of risk only. What is whatever his foundation, it is the risk is the foundation for whatever the his venture. I think this is the last page. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present about this person called Elon Musk. Thank you all. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna.
Yeah.
So basically it's an inspiration for every one of us, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
with determination and dream
Yeah.
and vision can do wonders. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Krishna.
Actually, no, at every point of company during Tesla also, his company went bankrupt. Almost all of the money he has completely invested in Tesla. Almost went bankrupt. And during SpaceX also, first three rockets failed. One rocket, some hundreds of crores we need to launch some rocket to pre-preparation, pre-production and all. So even fourth time during 2008 financial crisis is there in United States of America. So there again, with his co-founder, with his friend, with the by taking financial help, he launched the rocket successfully. If suppose fourth rocket was failed, today we don't have this richest man in this year. He wouldn't have become richest man. So because of that success only, NASA awarded the 1.6 billion contract to send cargo delivery to ISS. Yeah. So we should never give up. That is what.
Yes, so true.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to add something? They are most welcome.
In fact, like all those three failures, he took the responsibility on himself. He didn't
Hmm.
like, though the entire activity was done by his own team, his scientists who were at the top level. They're like world class scientists in the around the world today. But the failure of those three uh, liftoffs, he took it on himself.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's the sign of a true leader. And when the
Yes.
fourth one was a success, he just pushed all his scientists in front of the press. And he was just behind that they did it. So yeah, that's Elon Musk. Let me ask you, Krishna, what inspired you to read this book and even talk about this book?
Yeah, I always admired about the people who go beyond the standards, who think beyond the conventional thinking. So, I thought, I found Elon Musk is the person who do beyond conventionally. So I Twitter here and there. I used to read his posts. So after Walter, before that only in 2021, 22, I read this Henry Kissinger book by Walter Isaacson. So again, I saw that Elon Musk book written by Walter Isaacson. So I thought to know more about him. So that's how I ended up, many things I got to know after reading this book, Elon Musk. One more thing. So I want to share my personal thing. So I have only one son. So I thought let's talk with him. I have read his book. So actually Elon Musk first son Nevada has been died during an infant stage only. So with his first son death, he upset so upset he got, he stopped doing work. He locked himself in his home. So there again, with his first wife, he thought to, so we should not take the risk. Let's use the technology called IVF, in vitro
Hmm.
fertilization. So he used IVF, and his first wife born two twins, and again, second time triplets, three kids. So his first wife got five kids, and his second wife called musician Grimes. So she has a first child normal birth, and other two kids were IVF surrogacy. 5 plus 3 8. Again third is in is not official his wife. He is in relationship with Shivian Jellis. She is a executive of a Neuralink company, With her, he has 4 children. All are IVF only. All are IVF. And again, unofficially, one more wife is there. So he got one more kid with her. All completely 14 children he has. Do you know why he want to have this many children? Because he has very rare kind of genes in his blood. He want to spread as much as possible. He want with this kind of personality, he want so many kids, so many personalities. Definitely genes effect will be there in our blood. If we spread, if we expand our generation based on our genes, there will be 14 Elon Musks. So that's why. So after reading this book, I have taken inspiration. So now my wife is pregnant, 4th month pregnant. So I don't want to restrict my generation to one kid. So I want to, I have taken inspiration from him.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So most of his kids were born out from technology called IVF only.
But I would like to interrupt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, yeah. But genetically, genes are passed from the parents, grandparents, and everything.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
everybody will not be Elon Musk.
Yes, yes, definitely.
He has a problems with his parents. Anybody can be like his parents also.
Yes, yes.
You got it.
There is a chance. There is a chance.
So you also carry on, no problem. All the best.
There is a chance, definitely.
See, he applied the same formula in designing his SpaceX. Formula remains the same. If it is a success, nothing like that. If it's not a success, it's okay.
Yeah.
But unless you take the risk, there is no possibility of getting that
Yes.
flavor of life. You have only one life to live. That's it.
Yes, yes, yes. So whatever we have to do in this life only.
Absolutely.
There is only one chance.
And see, like all Indian girls are there in the Miss Universe arena nowadays. Even this year also, this girl from Rajasthan, like she's a Miss Universe 2025. So all the beautiful girls are there in India. दुनिया के सारे सुंदर सुंदर लेडी और दिमाग वाले लेडी इंडिया में ही है. So you can always take that chance. Why not?
Yes.
Good. Yes, Shruti has something to say.
Shruti, you are on mute.
You're mute. Unmute yourself, Shruti.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't see. Yeah. So thank you, Krishna. That was a wonderful book and really great inspiration, to pursue your passion. So my biggest takeaway and sharing for this was, as you were mentioning, he was very difficult to deal with his subordinates or the people who work with him. So I could just correlate one of the incident I had in Reliance. Okay, there was an interview with Darshan Mehta. He was Isha Ambani's right hand. Okay, me and whoever who have been part of retail industry and have got interviewed by him. He was so difficult in interview that we never look back that even if we get through Reliance, we don't want to join. Okay, but he was the best person, who got all the major brands that we know under Reliance. He was the one to get it to India.
Oh.
So, a lot of times the people with whom you work and they're not easy to deal, but they get the best out of you.
Yes, yes.
So I think that was my biggest takeaway. So it's on you whether, you run away from that challenge or you take it as an opportunity, that you can be groomed into a better person if you can handle those kind of people around, and you take it as a blessing that you get somebody who can mentor you, and can actually increase your patience and everything. So that was one of my takeaway from today's session. Yeah.
Yeah. And managers and leaders and managers and CEOs, whoever, should not be aimed to be liked by many people. So think of your company, think of your product, so to launch successfully. So हर आदमी को हमें satisfy नहीं कर सकते. Think of your company only. So this is the motto behind his thinking, Elon Musk thinking. Yeah. So shall we proceed with Pinaki sir presentation?
I have something to add.
Please, madam.
Yes,
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna, for sharing this book, a wonderful one. I read in 2021
Okay.
with Pawan sir's reading challenge. There was a requirement to read one biography, and I chose this one. And
Okay.
this is a wonderful read, and I was reminded of a lot of instances when you are sharing some other learnings from the book. So even I was reminded of Elon Musk taking some very odd jobs of hosting parties, and then one machinery he used to clean for several days or months, where he has to get inside the machinery and clean the oils. So that was a very risky job. And my takeaways are I created one wonderful mind map also. I'll share, search
Please,
out where it is placed and scan it and share in the group.
please share.
So and the learnings are like the risk taking ability and the attitude of never giving up. Then the time boxing thing that he developed. This technique, forget the name, but it was like whatever has to be built, we have in a closed room, there was a table in the center, and the team was locked within the room. The book describes all the interiors of SpaceX and the picture of this Mars planet and Earth on the opposite sides on a wide big wall. So all those things, the vision board of Elon Musk and SpaceX, and it talks about the technique I was talking about. It was whatever we have, those are the resources thrown in, and this much is the time and the resources, and you need to do this job, get it done with this limited resources. This was the technique. I'm forgetting the name, and the time boxing thing also got introduced from SpaceX and Tesla. So few like a lot of learnings were there. I'll share the mind map, then I'll get more learnings. And the risk-taking appetite, never giving up attitude. These are the main learnings from Elon Musk's life. And yes, this is one of the wonderful book I read on anyone's biography. And he has, because of his eccentric nature, like he was not having good terms with his first wife, and as you already shared about his children, so all those points are running through my mind, the various chapters when you started introducing, but then you covered it all. So there are many more aspects that can be like, it's a big book of 400 pages, around 400 or more than that.
Yeah, 600 pages.
And
It is very big book.
600 pages, yes. So yeah, I read last part, or some last part is still to be read, that book, and then I kept. So this book is really a big inspiration.
Yeah,
Thinking
just
big, and
small is it
the
just
final bankruptcy, when there was a karo ya maro wali state. Either I am gone, or if the NASA approves the money, then he's the richest man
yes,
on the planet Earth.
yes.
So that was the thing. So that ability to take this much of risk, to put your stake into consideration, that was a big learning.
Yeah. See, in case if Elon Musk didn't came into this rocket business, would NASA alone itself or government agency alone itself would have become advanced this much? I don't think so, because Elon Musk has I've read in the book, so many kind of experiments he did. Just before the day of launch, also he had done the experiments. I think space technology, he has taken advanced way forward than the thought anybody can expect.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember one podcast of Jim Quick also, where Elon Musk has asked Jim Quick to be a teacher for his children, and he wants them to be the best brains in the world.
Mm.
So I have watched this podcast also. If I'll get it, I'll do share.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sumaniji.
So now I would request Pinaki sir to go ahead with his presentation.
Okay, hi, divine angels. So if any of you think that you are not a divine angel, at least for next 20 minutes, consider yourself as a divine angel. Okay. So because you are listening to a divine angel. The topic that we have chosen today is, let me share the screen. I think it's going to be a phenomenal experience. So here we go. So is my screen visible? Everyone can see it?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. See, the topic that we have chosen today is this: confidence versus ego. How can you identify which state you are in right now? Now, before I continue on this topic, I have a question for all of you who are sitting wherever you are sitting right now. You know, I'm talking to the person who is just sitting exactly where you are sitting, and it's a one-on-one conversation which we are going to have. Okay. The question is, how many of you think that this topic is important for you? To understand, at least to get a clarity on like what confidence and what ego is all about. What is the thin line where I can identify that is in at what kind of behavior I'm showing up to the world out there. Oh, so only a few of you. But, well, I think others they don't need it.
I think everyone needs.
Right.
Yeah.
This is very, very important.
So I'm talking to the person who is sitting exactly where you are sitting.
Yes, definitely. We all need, I at least.
Okay. Okay. So if this is so, then when was the last time you felt absolutely certain about something and someone called you arrogant for it? Just think of it. You don't need to answer. Take yourself to that situation. When was the last time you felt absolutely certain about something and someone called you arrogant for it? So if you can identify that moment, next 15-20 minutes is going to work wonders for you. I promise you. So could you identify? All of you can identify that
Yes.
last time when you came up with something which is really, really awesome, you're absolutely certain about it, and then someone called you arrogant for it. Okay, just stay in that vibration right now. You can actually feel the emotions that you are going through when this happened in your life. Because everything is emotion in our life. According to NLP, everything is emotion. Every word that you use in your communication, it is stored in your mind as an emotion. Now, how many of you want to actually experience it? That is, every word that is stored in my mind is an emotion. How many of you want to experience it? Okay. So for that, you just need to close your eyes. You don't need to sit straight. Just need to close your eyes. Okay. And before you close your eyes, sorry, I just want to share something. Put your hands like this. अपने हाथों को ऐसे सामने रखिए. And now close your eyes. Okay. And now I will help you to experience something by simply touching it, though it is not there. Okay. Just think of an elephant. Do you see you're touching that elephant? Just think of a giraffe. Think of your favorite remote control of your television. Think of your mobile phone. Can you see that every word that I am talking about to think of, it is an emotion for you? You can open your eyes now.
Yes.
You know what happened? You could see all those things with your hands.
Hmm.
है ना, तो हमारे हाथ भी आंखों की तरह ही काम करता है. Like after our eyes, hands are our most powerful and mostly used input device. The palms, this part of the hand. Okay? So just go back to that state when this thing happened, that you felt absolutely certain about something and someone called you arrogant for it. Just go there and examine, whether observe what kind of emotions you are having at that point of time. और उस इमोशन का अगर आपको कोई नाम देना है तो उसको आप क्या नाम देंगे? कॉन्फिडेंस देंगे या ईगो देंगे उस वक्त? Because whatever name you give that emotion, that is exactly what you're experiencing at that point of time. And it was not happening at that point of time. It happened that point of time, and you are still experiencing it right now. Because life is happening right now. हमें लगता है कि ये हमारे साथ past event हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं. You are actually experiencing that past event in your present right now. हो चुका है वो कई घंटा पहले, में भी कई दिन पहले, कई साल पहले, कई महीने पहले. However, you are still experiencing it right now. And that experience that you are experiencing right now, उसको अगर एक नाम दिया जाए, that emotion that you are going through right now, उसका अगर नाम दिया जाए, what will you give that name to, that emotion? Hurting your confidence or hurting your ego? Okay, you don't need to give the answer, just stay there. So what essentially we are talking about is, in NLP, both confidence and ego are states, mental and emotional postures we step into. The difference lies in where your attention is directed. Like confidence is self-assured awareness. It's the focus on your inner strength and your purpose. It says, I trust my abilities. Elon Musk की अभी बात हो रही थी. You know, whatever he had done or whatever he is doing with anybody and everybody, including whatever he done with Donald Trump, आप उसको confidence बोलेंगे, ego बोलेंगे. The kind of results that he is producing, it's an outcome of confidence, not ego. नहीं तो आज सुनीता विलियम्स वहीं पे रह जाती, इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन में वहीं बैठी रहती, पता नहीं जिंदा भी रहती है. अब तक शायद वहां पे खाना वाना सब खत्म हो गया होता है ना. So confidence is self-assured awareness. The focus is on your inner strength and your purpose. So when you are confident at that point of time, you tell yourself, I trust my abilities. Ego, on the other side, is a self-centered defensiveness. The focus shift outward to comparison and validation. Like when you are in that state of mind, actually you tell yourself, I need others to see I'm right. Ask yourself that how many times you get into that state of mind throughout the day. Observe. And let me tell you something very funny, like you just observe it for next one day. एक दिन के लिए आप observe करके देखो. most of the time throughout the day, you are either in one of these states. Either you're confident or you're egoistic, maybe arrogant. इन दोनों में से एक स्टेट में आप होते हो. Particularly whenever there is an interaction or there is some kind of argument, जहाँ पे some discussion is going on and you have your own point, somebody else has his or her own point, and now you're listening to that conversation. At the same time, you also have you have to establish your point. That is the time you need to ask yourself, what kind of emotion I am going through right now. What is that? उस emotion का मैं क्या नाम दूं? Confidence नाम दूं, या arrogance नाम दूं, या ego नाम दूं? Okay. Now, it could be possible that you discover that at that moment of time, the emotion that we are going through is arrogance or maybe ego. And the question is, how can I bring it to confidence? How can I change that state from ego to confidence? You know? So I'm just helping you to identify some self-check points using which you can easily get a sense of what emotion you are going through at that point of time. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm coming back to the presentation. So these are the self-check points that we are going to take a quick look at. What state are you in right now? The first step is the focus filter. When it is confidence, we are focused on the outcome and learning. You can ask yourself that when we are into that state and you really want to identify whether I am in the state of ego or in the state of confidence, you can ask yourself, where is my focus? Is it on the outcome and learning, or is it on being right and winning? So if you want to make yourself right and win the game, win that argument, it's not might be, it's certainly ego. It's not might be, it is certainly ego. That I want to tell the world or tell the other person that I am right and I have to win this argument, and that other person has to lose and accept that I am right. This is the first focus filter. Second one is feedback response. You invite feedback as a mirror for growth. Otherwise, you resist feedback as a threat to identity. Just observe what is happening in those times. Are you resisting a feedback as a threat to identity, or you are open to feedback as a mirror for growth, as an opportunity for growth? Then comes the third one, which is energy pattern. You feel light, expansive, and grounded. Otherwise, you will feel tight, reactive, and draining. You'll feel like that I'm losing energy. I'm not feeling good enough right now. I'm not feeling energetic. How many times you might be telling people, पता नहीं आजकल क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. So if the energy pattern is something like that, you are feeling light, expansive, and grounded, then you are in the state of confidence. If it is the other way around, chances are quite high that you are not in the state of confidence, if not ego. Then comes the fourth one, which is verbal expression, the way you are talking, the way you are expressing yourself. You are using words like I can, I will, we can, when you are confident. Otherwise, you may be using words like I alone, I know, they should. मतलब मैं खुद ही कर लूंगा. I'll take care of it. I don't need your intervention anymore. or I know this is it, I know this is right, I know whatever I know is right. Or this word should is a very dangerous word. It is always a reflection of ego every time you use it for yourself or for anybody else. That he should do this or they should do this. They should be like this. I should be like this. They do not express confidence. Just using this word should means ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. Whether you're talking to yourself, whether you're talking to anybody. And the fifth one is emotion after interaction. This is the most important one. If you are unable to identify the first four, you must focus on this fifth one. Confidence always leaves you peaceful and inspired. Whereas ego leaves you agitated, arrogant, and superior. You'll always have that upper hand kind of feeling. How wonderful, isn't it? That's the magic of NLP. Now let me share the next screen. And once I share the next screen, I have a question for you. The question is, what I am showing? Am I showing ego or I am showing confidence? Just watch the next screen. This is how I represent myself as my life in the digital world. And MYLIFE, all of these are part of the digital world today. The mobile number, the YouTube, the LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, my email ID. So let's connect and stay connected. So how many of you could see something for you in last 20 minutes, 18 minutes precisely? Some food for thought.
Pinaki I feel it's very difficult to identify a lot of times yourself whether you are actually depicting ego or confidence because there's a very thin line. So, like, it's very important to have that clarity, but in that moment, maybe we are not able to identify or differentiate between the two because a lot of times we are driven more by our ego rather than our confidence.
We or I?
Me, I will say for myself.
See, we is a reflection of ego. मतलब मैं अपने ऊपर काम कर ही नहीं रहा हूँ, मैं इसको generalize कर रहा हूँ. सबके साथ ऐसा हो रहा है. I'm also part of that crowd, so this is perfectly all right. अपने बारे में अगर कभी बोल रहे हैं ना बाहर, you find it extremely difficult. So we find it to stay in that cocoon by using the word we, ourselves, us, you, yourself. ये सब बोलते हैं, है ना? The moment to focus the attention on yourself, that is where the confidence starts showing up.
And how in that moment we can turn that ego into confidence?
The moment you replace we with
I. Yeah.
that's that first turning point.
Checkpoints are really helpful to understand. Am I showing the ego or the confidence? That helped me. I can see
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
और अगर हम एनएलपी की बात करें तो एनएलपी बोलता है कि सारा दिन मैं अपने साथ ही बात कर रहा हूँ, तो it looks like I'm talking to others, but technically I'm only speaking to myself. तो others कहाँ पे है? Others मेरे दिमाग में है, like that elephant. You have an emotional attachment with that other person or other event inside your mind. And you are basically what is happening, you are interacting with that emotion. So either you want to overpower that emotion or you want to welcome that emotion. So when you are in the welcome mode, you are displaying confidence. When you are in the overpowering mode, you are displaying ego. कि तुझे तो मैं समझा के ही छोड़ू.
सर अभी कभी जब कॉन्फिडेंस है तो अरोगेंट भी हो सकता है क्या?
आपको
कॉन्फिडेंस.
क्या लगता है?
So when other person is not in a situation to agree with you, or so then to convince yourself, so you may have to arrogant.
Okay, replace you yourself with myself, I,
I
and
will,
then say the same thing.
yeah, I may have to be arrogant. So
Now
with
say the same
confidence.
thing. Say the same thing.
Yeah. In
So
case
what
if
is
my
happening?
subordinate is not agreeing,
Hmm.
so then even with our kids also,
Hmm.
I may have to be arrogant because I'm confident on what I'm doing.
Hmm.
So I think am I right?
Hmm.
So that.
Okay, so you cannot have two states of mind at the same time.
Hmm.
So you need to catch yourself that what you want. You know, I shared those 5 parameters.
Yes, yes.
You need to bring those parameters in front of you, and then you need to make a choice. And whatever choices you make, your actions will follow. Your emotions will follow accordingly. Like you cannot be arrogant in front of a high court judge, even if he gives you a ruling against you. You can't do that. The only thing that you can do in that case, okay, let me see how I can take this case to the next level. I will appeal at a higher court. And if I'm confident about the outcome of this, then you will go and appeal at a higher court. Same with now, this higher court can be your spouse, this car court can be your boss, the lower court can be the boss below that boss. In family, the lower court can be your children. पहले बच्चों को पहले संभाल लेते हैं, then I will take it to my wife. है ना? पहले बच्चों को दिमाग में डाल देते हम घूमने जाएंगे, फिर जाके मम्मी को बोलेंगे. अब बच्चे मना कर दे कि हमें जाना ही नहीं है, तो मम्मी को बोलने का क्या फायदा? You need to catch yourself that whether you want to prove yourself right or you want to prove the other person that whatever you're saying, I'm ready to accept. At the same time, this is my point of view. How about looking at it from this perspective? Interesting?
Yes, sir. Interesting.
Thank you. This is another way of asking a question. Instead of saying that, am I right? Or like, did I give the right response to the kind of answer that you're looking for? Or like, did you get your answer? इन सब को आपने खाली एक शब्द से रिप्लेस कर दिया, is it interesting? And the moment you do that, what happens? The entire audience gets engaged into it. That is it interesting for me also? This is what an example of confidence. That I'm seeking validation, but I'm using different words. Did you notice that? Chota sa difference, thin line. Okay, so it's already. I believe if anybody has any question, you can ask me or you can connect with me. My mobile number is displayed there. Many of you already know me, and I'm always ready to connect or interact with each one of you. Over to Rajeshwari.
Now I would request Vasu sir to just introduce the name of the books as we are launching the FELD once again that competition. Vasu sir,
Right.
it's
For you, you and the theme team to share it.
okay.
Who is ready for the? We will unveil the theme of the month and the books of the month. So Akanksha, you are able to share the screen, or you can share it with Rajeshwari, so she can do that.
Yeah, I can share my screen. Okay. Should I? Do I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the permission?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hello, everyone. Some of you may know me. I'm Akanksha. Sorry, I'm unable to switch on my video today. But yeah, I mean, I'm a reader, but little inconsistent, trying to be there in the flow with FELD. So I'm here to introduce the book for November. You already know the theme. Right now, it is the time that we introduce the selected books for the month. The theme of the month is reflections, which we have already shared. Let me know when you are able to see my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, Akanksha.
Yeah. Okay, so we really had a lot of brainstorming among ourselves, and we came up with top three books. And we also kept in the mind that the books are not too long, right? They are short, and they are actually helping you to reflect on some of the important things in life, right? So we decided on the three books, which are quite short. You may, some of the voracious readers may end up reading all the three books as well. And what else do we want as FELD, right? So the first book is actually The Gifts of Imperfection. This is from Brené Brown. The second book is The Mountain Is You, and which is from Brianna West. And the third book is The Four Agreements, right, which is from Don Miguel Ruiz. So these three books are small ones, and hope that most of us are actually finishing the maximum of the books. So to be participative in the the competition for the month, we the participants have to present the book summary uh, out of these three books. You can select any one of the books and prepare your summary, and more details will be followed about the competition, definitely. But I mean, I just wanted to put it. Moreover, all the books, by now you might be knowing that all the books can be found at these two places. On WhatsApp, you can go to our group, which is FELD Readers Club. Under that, if you just scroll to the media link and docs, under docs, you will find all the EPUBs, all the formats shared in the group, which is .pdf or .epub, right? All the books can be found on Telegram as well. We have the channel, which is FELD ebooks. Under that files, you will find all the books. In the channel itself, you may search with the keywords to find the books. Thank you very much. Over to you,
We are
Vasu.
going to have this on 3rd and 4th Friday of November.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rajeshwari.
Yeah, Rajeshwari, you can run through the presentation that you have made for the. Yeah, I don't know how many would have actually gone through that file of yours.
Okay. Just a second. So these are the rules and regulation. Just I'm going to the next slide. So we are starting on 3rd and 4th every Friday of from November, and the who is going to present, they will get 15 minutes for presenting the book idea, and 5 minutes will be for question answer session, and they have to prepare the presentation in 10 to 15 slides, and what you can include in that presentation, why this book you have chosen, then best takeaways of that book, what made you to read, means what was the inspiration, and did it meet your expectation, one central idea to carry from the book, and what is the brief summary. So all these points you have to include. Yeah, this is all about, I think. I have shared this, I will share it once again. And those who will be the winner, I think we are choosing 3 winners for second, third. Vasu sir, am I correct?
Yes, yes. First, second, and
And they will get the, in the prize, they will get the book of the month of the December, which we have selected to read. Anything you would like to add, Vasu sir?
yeah, it's open to questions. Anyone has any questions?
We want judges who are going to be judge.
अरे अंपायर ढूंढेंगे, पहले खिलाड़ी तो आने दो.
We have organizers, we have the team, we have the rules and regulations, we have got the sponsors. मैदान खाली होगा तो फिर क्या फायदा?
अभी खिलाड़ी चाहिए, अंपायर हम लोग ढूंढ ही लेंगे कि
So खिलाड़ी कौन कौन है, कौन कौन खिलाड़ी बनना चाहते हैं?
देखो अभी तो हमने नाम अनाउंस किए, so I was expecting that before even I announce the name of the books, I thought someone will say I will participate. Only 2 people have put that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I would like to know that having slides is important or mandatory for the being participative in the contest. I mean, I'm generally a mind map person, so I don't have slides. Is that okay?
So yes, Vasu, Rashvari, अगर आपके पास जवाब नहीं तो मैं एक जवाब दे सकता हूँ. See, it's not
I think it
mandatory
should be
that
flexible how the person wants to present his ideas. If they want to go through the mind map, it's okay, and slides.
Wow.
See, I believe as long as like I'm good enough to share my experiences with others, my job is done.
Mm.
Or 10 to 15 slides for a 15-minute presentation is a very hard work. इतना आसान है ही नहीं. Even if I talk about 15 minutes for 10 slides, on an average for every slide, you are getting 1.5 minute. You know, slide को design करना, उसको present करना, फिर वो तो it will be like running a Shatabdi Express or maybe Vande Bharat. है ना? ऐसा भी ना हो. The whole point is that these are the options, and you can make your presentation as you want. I like if I look at it, my own focus would add value to the session rather than following the exact rules. So Akanksha, is it interesting?
Yes, it is always interesting. I have participated before. I just, test the ground again because I have been away for a while, and then I will check out the poll.
Good. So we
Thank
need
you.
judges and we need participants. Any questions from anybody?
So what we will do if we get more participants, like, in a
What?
single
What?
week, what we can do, what we have to do if we get more participants.
Huh.
So what
Suppose
you will do, you are making, you are part of the FELD group. So what you will do if you are the decision maker now. What will you do?
Shortlisted.
Why shortlist? We will go through the next month also.
Okay.
If you are ready earlier, we will have it early itself. So we will keep a closing date. Everyone has to give their name before 20th if they are going to participate. And then we can close. We will say that now the entries are closed.
I think this is for the organizers who are organizing this program. You come up with what's in it for you. You know that should be really visible. That if I
The
participate,
general open, it's
what
open
is
for
it?
everyone in general. But when we say that there is a group, the group is for driving certain things, then we need to be on the tracks. So roads are open every day, every time, everyone can read and share anytime. So this is to keep people in track for that, but it's not for everyone, or it's not a compulsion. If it's a voluntary, if you are able to match with these aspects, then that person can be part of it. So we had earlier done it on Saturday 9 p.m., but it was getting late and also getting disoriented. So 2 weeks we are saying that we will have it on Fridays, but the other 3 weeks are open for people to hear anything they like, and that will remain as it is.
Okay, Vasu. So I have this question. I am very specific about it. If I
Yes.
want to participate, what is there for me? What is in it for me?
You have to find what is there in it for you. If you feel that there is something, it may not be suitable for Pinaki as such, because he already has a lot of skills that are available to him. So this is for someone who wants to learn, who wants to make that practice, who wants to develop himself or herself to an extent that let me make a presentation, like let me ये सार का सारा अमृत कर पाए जिसको है, and he can enjoy that. Maybe today you may not like it. Tomorrow's day you will taste it and you will feel अच्छा मैंने ये किताब का मुझे रसा अमृत निकालना है. तब आप उसका रस निकालोगे, फिर उसको अमृत में you will convert that juice into nectar.
Okay, let's see.
This is how I see it.
I think there should be something there. मुझे लगता है कि again I am using the word should. यूज नहीं करना चाहिए. अभी मैंने सेशन में खुद ही बोला. What I'm inviting you that let people get
Now that what happened is, one of the important reason this group is made is to make people read the book. So now we are having 11 members. How many of us have read the book of October that has been announced?
not read.
No, look,
Starting.
I've read it, but anyway, the way I read, I normally don't read for cover to cover. I just
Yeah,
read.
but the intention is to read cover to cover. That's the intention of this group, that people do speed reading. They complete the book cover to cover. They make a summary of the book and they present it on Friday. That's why the group was made. And others, those who are doing it, to get encouraged and to have an audience, because when you teach others, you learn from them. So that's how the group was formed and it was made. So if I go back to 22 June, July, August, September, there were at least 4 or 5 people who used to read at least one book per month from the book that is given. So how do I bring back that spirit, that the group has to serve the purpose by the intention that it was made, to learn from the book and to learn it in a way to teach others, so that उसका रस ही नहीं, उसका अमृत, उस रस को अमृत बनाए. So that's why the name also is changed to that, given a name, particular name.
Oh, to read and reflect.
To read and reflect and get more out of the book than what is physically seen or available.
So followed
What
by
is more
rejoice.
than visible.
Read, reflect, and rejoice.
Yeah, you can say that.
Chalo.
So that was what my intention was. And with the people sponsoring it, I think people bought, there is a buy-in for this concept. Now, it will be fruitful that members participate. We have at least 10-15 members who are participating it, or at least 20 members, so that, like Krishna said, if we have more members, what would we do? So I am very sure Krishna's words will come true. And so earlier it was open, koi bhi, anyone can give any book, any presentation. So if you see, test cricket was the earliest form of cricket, and that used to have a rest day. So I don't know how many of the members here have seen a cricket match with a rest day in between. So it was for a week long agenda. मंडे टेस्ट मैच चालू हुआ तो सैटरडे तक उसका रिजल्ट आ भी सकता है, आ नहीं भी सकता है. From there we have now reached to T20. So you get the result within half a day, within 4 hours, half a shift, you have the result. So the world is looking into getting smaller, faster, higher, stronger, the way Olympics are made.
Hey,
Okay, so that's the intention behind that.
वासु जी इंस्टेंट कॉफी पे तो नहीं पहुंच जाएंगे?
हाँ, वो भी आएगा. अभी टेस्ट क्रिकेट में भी T20 का क्या बोलते हैं, 80 ओवर्स का क्रिकेट मैच आने का बात हो रहा है. एक दिन में ही टेस्ट मैच हो जाएगा, 2 इनिंग्स खेल के.
नहीं तो कॉफी
देखिए, if the person is not really working on the book, he can only say that give me 10 slides to AI. The AI can give those 10 slides. And he can paste it and speak as if he has read the book. But someone may actually do that as well. But we will see how the person is speaking about it. Even he can fool the judges who are doing the judgment. But at least we expect people will be able to reply, or क्या बोलते हैं उसको, they are able to justify themselves to their own. हम जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं, अपने अंतरात्मा को तो सही बात बोले.
Good.
है.
Okay, so great session tonight. Wonderful sharing by Krishna. Wonderful sharing by Pinaki. Wonderful sharing by Basu. And wonderful moderation by Rajeshwari. Wonderful people around. So, the last few words before we close the session.
I mean, आपने जो बात कहनी थी
थोड़ा जोर बोलना पड़ेगा, सुनाई नहीं.
नहीं सुनाई दे रहा. मैंने कहा आपने जो बात कहनी थी वो बहुत अच्छे से कह दी है एंड
We can't hear you, ma'am, for some reason.
नो शी इज सेइंग जो आपको कहना था आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह से कह दिया. एटलीस्ट आई एम एबल टू हियर दैट पार्ट.
Yes,
बहुत
yes,
धीरे आवाज आ रही है.
हाँ धीरे है.
बहुत धीरे आवाज आ रही है.
नहीं मैं पहले कह रही थी कि अभी इस पे आ गए हैं अभी वासु जी इंस्टेंट कॉफी पे आ जाएंगे कि ये लो रेडीमेड. थैंक यू सो मच एवरीबॉडी. बहुत अच्छे से सब लोगों ने. मैंने कहा कि बीच में श्रोतागण भी चाहिए. हम तो श्रोतागण वालों में से हैं. थैंक यू.
Good.
Once again, the charm is returning, but still, I need 30 to 25 people at least. They can join this as yet we have not reached to 20 also. Okay, let's see what happens in the future.
एक्चुअली अभी ना बहुत सारे ग्रुप्स होते जा रहे हैं ये भी वो भी और इतना समय नहीं मिल पाता. और
Yes.
मैंने भी अभी कल सेशन जब अटेंड किया ये सोच के मैं देखती हूँ क्या है. पर इतनी सारी बुक्स सोच के मैं अभी अभी मैं इतना नहीं पढ़ पाती हूँ. और भी थोड़े से काम जो हाथ में है वो भी करने बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
तो थोड़ा सा समय ऐसे हो जाता है. फिर भी वंडरफुल लोग आते हैं तो उनके लिए दिल करता है कि सुने और एंजॉय करें. बट आई हैव लर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम एवरीवन.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So let's now conclude the session.
Thank you, everyone. I have shared the mind map in the group as well as chats.
Okay, thank you so much.
थैंक यू शिवानी.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good
बाय.
night,
गुड नाइट
everyone.
एवरीबॉडी. शुभ रात्रि.
Shubh Ratri.
Shubhratri.